I'm just sharing it out to my Twitter people.
Twitter people, right on.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Good morning. And it's very early morning. Thank you, Nas. Thank you, Loki, for joining me for this fine Saturday. It's one of the I haven't had a
Mhm.
Saturday off since the last Saturday we recorded.
Well, don't thank me yet. It depends on how this goes.
Right on.
This may be a disaster. But
Maybe. Shoot, man. But again, we're casual consumers over here. Well, I am. Anyway, Loki, he's a consumer of all things entertainment and gaming. It's freaking sick. And Nas, he's our retro indie boss in the house. But obviously, what's on the docket this morning is Xbox. All things Xbox. They got a few things going on. Allegedly, Xbox has been mandated to hit a 30% profit margin or margin increase, which is apparently that's unattainable. I'm not in that world, so I have no idea. Loki,
It's no, I was just say if you have the article, or we're just gonna say Bloomberg reported that this week that
we have a few articles we'll go through, but that is one side. We're going to talk about Sorbonne's comments too about their future in hardware, which
their expensive future.
very, very expensive.
she didn't
future.
say expensive. She said everything but.
Yeah,
She
she
said
said all
premium,
the words except
high
for
end.
yeah.
Who also? Oh, it
Luxury.
what was his name? Randy Pitchford, when he was talking about how Borderlands 4 is a premium.
If you're a real
game
fan, you'll find a way.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a premium game for premium gamers. It's like, okay, but what are we talking about right now? It's like, and this is why, Nas, I'm a big proponent of the indie space right now. Big proponent of it. Go to Steam, get a Steam account and look through there. You'll find a bunch of good games for $20 or less, $40 or less. Silk Song just came out not that long ago. $20. Go get that game.
While you're at it, check out istthereanydeal.com to get the best prices for PC games. I'm not sponsored by them, not affiliated with them. It's just a damn good site. So if you're a PC gamer and you're buying games on Steam,
Also,
check there first.
If you have a lot of, if you have a lot of Steam games, but you travel a lot and you have a spare $1,500, a Rogue Ally Xbox X.
or just a spare like 600, get a Steam Deck for sure.
Is that the disparity in like? I thought the Rogue X was like $1,000.
The Rogue is 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
The other one that's just called the Ally is like 600.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, okay. From what I understand, they're not easy to use out of the box. There's some issues with them, but I don't really know firsthand. It's just something I've heard.
Yeah, I mean, they say out of the box is like you got the Xbox interface that comes up, but apparently it Windows comes through sporadically, so you have to.
Windows 11,
because you've got to update when you have to do updates on those things. You're doing it for all these applications that are not at all related to Game Pass. Like it's so silly.
It's like, and so before they did these increases on Game Pass, from $20 to $30, I really looked at the Rogue Ally X, and I was like, man, a big chunk for $600. That's a lot for anyone, right? But I was really about to invest in the Xbox ecosystem, but now, no, not even close. It's like, golly, man. Anyway.
You don't need to.
I mean, no, because I have Steam still, and I've got my Steam Deck, so I'm set. I just wanted to see what it was all about, see what the other side of the fence was all about. I like Sony. Don't get me wrong. I grew up a Sony kid, Sega. Then when PlayStation put them not out of business, but they stopped making consoles, and I was a Sony, full steam ahead for Sony. And then Sony started acting a little crazy during the PlayStation 3 era, and I was like, just in case we get back to that, Xbox seems like they're way more gamer friendly, so I was willing to check them out. But with Phil Spencer. It's funny how I don't think I've seen Phil since they've made all these increases. I don't think he's been on any videos or any podcast or anything
I think he's put out there to be the sacrificial lamb / scapegoat. He's got no real power. It's basically a figurehead position. All of the things come from Satya Nadella.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about Satya Nadella. He doesn't care at all about video games.
No.
He cares about AI.
Yes.
Microsoft has invested heavily in AI this past year, and that's every time Nadella tweets, it's about some AI bullshit.
Yeah, and don't get
that's
me
what
wrong.
they care about.
That's smart business because we're going
But he's doing it at the cost of their Xbox brand.
100%. And this is where I'm like, Xbox won't be around for much longer, I don't think, because okay, so
what do you mean by that?
I think they're going to be folded into another division, probably the AI division, I believe. I think,
or just become like the name is going to be gone, but they'll become like Microsoft Gaming and something like that, or
maybe,
what?
or man, it's hard to imagine if he's upset with the milestones that they've been hitting, because I mean, they haven't really been hitting any milestones, but if he's not comfortable with what Xbox has been doing, it's hard to imagine they're just going to keep any of it around, you know? It's hard to imagine it. We
don't know what milestones that they're hitting. We only hear about the positive ones and the ones that are reported. We never know about the numbers
or the
behind
ones that are
scenes.
rumored, like this 30% target.
Yes.
Yeah. The only thing that they tell us is what they want us to know.
And like Xbox has been like notoriously like they don't bring out their numbers at all. You have to get analysts to estimate what it is that their milestones they're hitting,
and hope that they're doing it in good faith.
But I mean, golly,
That's
all the milestones. I keep saying this is word of the day today, milestones. But all the information coming out of Xbox has just been dire. They're not a healthy division right now.
They've had very terrible PR at the very least for this last year.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
well, the big three just seem to be taking turns holding the bag. Okay, now it's your turn to do some stupid ass stuff that's going to piss off customers. Now you get the negative PR.
Yeah.
And it switches from Sony to Nintendo
Yes.
back to Microsoft.
Yeah. Nintendo, golly, man,
It's kind of gross because at the same time, because people don't have long memories for this stuff,
very true. Yeah.
it's allowing them to push through these unfavorable changes, and then another unfavorable change comes along to distract from the last unfavorable change.
Yes.
So that one gets to slide through. It's
Right.
very
I do think
frustrating watching this.
I do think everyone has their individual breaking points. Like Fox said, I don't want to deal with this Microsoft stuff anymore. Okay, fine.
Absolutely.
Eventually, Nintendo fans will get there, I hope.
Yeah. Oh,
But,
man. Especially like with Pokemon ZA, you'd have thought you'd get how many units has that thing sold already?
4 to 5 million.
It's so crazy.
Apparently under what the previous version did, and
Still 4 to 5 million.
Yeah, that's
It's death by 1,000 cuts in all three industries here, but
and it's a $70. It's just a full price game that people are buying with like no voice acting. Like, what are we doing right now?
Yeah.
So they're just silent whenever they're talking to each other. Well, I mean, they do have those games, and I like those games, But come on, Pokemon, what are we doing? They can avoid
$70 because I'm looking at how much it is in Canada dollars. It's 100.
Oh, geez.
Get out of here.
Yeah. I want to say that's for.
is that the Switch 2 version though? Because there are two versions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Switch 2.
Goodness
What's
gracious.
the Switch 1 version? Oh, that's a much better deal. It's only 85 Canada dollars. Oh, okay.
And not to mention, I mean, so Pokemon ZA should be a blight on Nintendo, and then the fact that they're doing what they're doing to Pocket Pair and they're patenting, like game mechanics, that is ridiculous to me. So Nintendo, you guys are in the hot seat. Xbox, you guys are in the hot seat. PlayStation, I don't know what you did.
Spent four. I know. Oh, I know. Plenty.
Let's go.
Sony spent $4 billion to acquire Bungie. Destiny 2 is hemorrhaging players.
Yep.
Fair Games is all but canceled. Marathon, who the hell knows how that's going to go?
There are 12 live service games.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
the Jim Ryan 12, 8 of which have been canceled.
That
It's like
sounds like a
Thanos, man.
movie. That sounds like a crappy Western. The
Jim
Jim
Ryan.
Ryan 12.
It was his mandate. It was his
I know,
idea
I
of
know,
like he
I
wanted
know.
it to go forward.
Mm-hmm.
It was a terrible
Of
idea.
course,
Mm-hmm.
Neil, your friend and mine, Neil Druckmann, keeps saying over and over again, it's like, this is the most expensive game we've ever made, Intergalactic. We've spent so much money on Intergalactic, guys.
It
Great.
doesn't mean anything, though. That's not an indication of quality. It just
No.
means you're bad with your money.
Exactly. So when I hear that, it's like, oh yeah, we spent like 300 million on this. It's like, bro, that's ridiculous. That means your break-even point is going to be crazy high. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Welcome
What
to
are you doing?
Hollywood.
I know.
Really?
What is this? It's we're making video games, not freaking movies, dude. Come on. What are we doing?
I don't know. I don't know what they're chasing. But like, if somebody tells you, hey, I got this car,
Mm-hmm.
and you look at the car and it's like, oh, so far it looks fine. I spent $350,000 on this car. Are you going to be like, wow, that's impressive. That must be a really good car because you spent that much money on it. Or are you going to be like, wow, you're an idiot. Why did you spend 10 times more than this car is worth? I guess I'm in the latter category.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's his money and he can do whatever he wants with it. And I don't judge people on the money they spend.
Right on.
I do when they flaunt it as a measure of quality.
See, but we've had this argument before about what value means to the individual person. No, like
Yeah.
take Pokemon ZA for example.
Mm-hmm.
If you spent $550 on a Switch 2
Mhm.
and you're a huge Pokemon fan and you say, yeah, I'll pay $70 for that, whatever about reviews, whatever about the visuals, and you have fun, then it has value to you.
Yeah.
Sure.
I take issue personally with when someone else tries to determine value for you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
If
yeah.
someone says to me, you shouldn't spend money on these evil bad corporations, look at their slot they're pointing out to you. It's like, dude, it's my money.
Yeah.
Don't tell me what to do with my money, and I
Right
won't
on.
tell you what to do with yours.
Right on.
Yeah.
But what if
That's
what
sort
if
of a shame.
what if Nintendo came out and was like, this is a quality product and it's worth the $70 like a Randy Pitchford again?
I don't
It's a
believe
quadruple
you.
A.
You're not exactly unbiased here.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to tell me, oh, I made this thing. It's quality. You want to spend $70, $80,
Yeah.
$100 on it. Why
Yeah.
the hell would I believe you?
Yeah. And when the reviews come out and you test it yourself and you're like, this isn't quality, this is up to my standards, then
Yeah.
I think it's like, yeah.
Well, every little bad decision erodes trust.
Yes. Oh,
I said this earlier. It's death by 1,000 cuts for all three of these big companies.
that's definitely a question to get into.
Every dumb little idea pokes and pokes and pokes and pokes until the individual customer says, I'm done.
To a point.
Mhm.
As long as, if they keep making consecutive bad decisions,
Mhm.
consecutive anti-consumer decisions
Mhm.
without any sort of relief, that process happens a lot faster.
Yes.
But if, say, Nintendo came out and said, or made a change that actually was pro-consumer or could be interpreted that way. I
Mhm.
mean, they still get their end way, whatever. But they did something that customers liked. It kind of buys them a little bit of time.
Yeah.
But that doesn't
Yeah.
seem to be happening a lot lately with
Mhm.
the big three. They just keep making
No.
unfriendly decision consecutively, and they keep building and snowballing.
100%.
And because customers don't feel like they're being heard, they have to speak louder. Oh, well, then everybody else that's sort of like the external marketing for these three companies is like, well, you're just a shill, you're just a grifter, you're just, get out of here with that.
Yeah.
It's been discussed before about whether or not we're going to have another video game crash. I think we're already in it. We are seeing the effects of this crash on entertainment, not just video games.
100%.
But it
Yeah.
mostly comes from overspending from the studios that make the products.
Right.
And
Mhm.
they spend too much to make it, and they can't possibly get enough in return.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. Once you put that break-even point in the stratosphere, it's unlikely you're going to make that money back. And what kills me is some of the big studios, they keep okaying this stuff. Nintendo is a little bit different because 5 million sold for Pokemon ZA, but for these others, that keep on saying, oh, Velguard only sold 1.5 million, or what was it? It only got halfway to its budget or something like that.
It only got 50% of sales expectations, according
Right.
to EA. I believe that's what they said.
Yeah.
Battlefield 6 is doing well, but they need 100. They don't need, but the CEO was like, we're expecting 100 or what was it?
100 million, I think.
Yeah,
Something
100
like that. It
million
was something
users.
insane.
It's like, dude, are you out of your mind? Are you
Well, if I'm
crazy?
Kushner and the Saudi conglomerate, I want them to sell a bunch so it ups the value.
Right on. But so, but Yes, it's really dumb. It's dumb to chase Hollywood right now. It's like,
Yes.
and I've read an article, someone saying that, instead of these AAA massive experiences, they should be going for AA or like an indie style, budget in games. And we've been saying that for a while.
Yes, but that requires long-term thinking, and
Yeah.
a lot of the people who work in business, by
Mhm.
the nature of the business, don't have that.
Yeah,
You don't think about next year; you think about next quarter.
100%.
What are next quarter's target goals? What are next quarter's profits?
Yeah. And it seems like right after the COVID boom, and after that started waning and people started hemorrhaging money, then people were looking at live services. It was like, oh, well, we can make some, one game and it generates this amount of money, tons of money.
Yeah.
It's just,
It has to be successful though. And it
Yes.
has to
Everybody wants to
sustain
be
that.
Fortnite.
yeah. But
Who the hell
now-
wouldn't?
Now what are we doing?
Look at that.
Because I mean, they're putting out some single player experiences, but they're spending hundreds of millions of dollars. There's no way that they can break even on these things. So
Mhm.
do you think eventually that we'll get back down to the AA experience where they're spending less, making great, well,
I think so. I think
I hope
because
so.
they won't,
Yeah.
I don't feel like they'll have a choice. Eventually, they won't be able to put in the amount of money for AAA experiences, knowing that there's no guarantee that it's going to be successful.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because a lot of the AAA games that we see that have these huge advertising budgets
Mhm.
don't measure up to expectations.
Right.
So I feel like eventually you won't be able to get the budget
Yep.
to do that sort of thing. I mean, there's going to be a few that are exceptions, like GTA 6. I'm
Yeah.
so sick of hearing about that game, but it's going to be probably, I don't know if it's going to be one of the last ones,
Mhm.
but it might be at least one of the ones that has like a single player component to it.
Yeah.
But we know that GTA 6 is not going to make its money based on the single player experience. It's all for whatever GTA Online 2 is going to be.
Yeah. Yeah. And we've seen the dominoes falling already with Ubisoft, EA. Who's going to be the next to fall on that one? You think?
Mhm.
Before they learn their lesson. It's like before they
Well-
stop spending, absorb it, the amount of money that they're spending on these experiences, and stop trying to chase live services. When are they going to get back to what they're really good at?
It
Can
is-
they?
That's a great question, because I mean, to your point, Nos, a lot of the people who created those experiences are gone now. They've
Yeah.
gone to
Yeah.
retired or created their own
Started
studios.
their own studio and,
Yeah.
and
These-
stuff like that. What were we about
But
to
it's-
say, Loki? I just
Sorry.
trampled right over you.
Sorry.
That's fine. As far as like third entities, places buying into companies like Saudi Arabia and China,
Mhm.
it's kind of a double-edged sword
Mhm.
because you get your monetary life draft. It's like, okay, Ubisoft, we'll help you out of your little debt problem,
Mhm.
but you owe us a little something.
Mhm.
So next, they say, okay, sure, we will absolutely shake hands with the devil here.
Yeah.
And suddenly, studios are closed. People are getting fired. Layoffs at massive. CEO of Assassin's Creed leaves.
Yep.
It's like these are the deals you make. They own your IP, and they don't need you anymore.
Right.
Hey, you got that life draft. Same thing's about to happen to EA when the Saudi deal goes through.
Yep.
Yep.
A bunch of people are going to lose their jobs. Studios are going to get cut, but we own these IPs now. We're going to have other studios make them for cheaper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just license them out. Even they don't even have to develop them in house.
That's about to happen to Warner Brothers of all.
Yes.
Oh, good Lord.
Dude, I totally spaced that. Yes. Oh my gosh. And I read an article that one big name could get a lot of their IPs. And this is all speculation, because I want to say WB has put themselves in positions like, if they don't want to sell, but if someone came and offered a good enough deal, they would. I think that's what their mindset is right now.
I think that's a tactic.
Maybe.
Well, we don't want to sell, so whoever wants to buy them has to kind of juice that offer a little bit. But if
Mhm.
they say we're desperate to sell, well, okay, sure, we'll give you pennies on the dollar for what you're worth.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, they're in the not to get too big into the Hollywood business, but they're in the negotiation phase with Skydance / Paramount,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and they want $40 a share, which is kind of absurd. They're at like 34 right now.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah.
Mhm.
They're going to get bought out by Skydance Paramount, and absolute crap ton of people are going to lose their jobs. Studios are going to converge. You're going to have a even smaller Hollywood than you had before.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's also going to happen to video games.
Yes.
It's going to happen faster because everything that happens with video games happens faster. It's a very similar process. If you look at the last 10 years of Hollywood,
Mhm.
what's happening to video games over the last 5 years?
Oh yeah. Yep, 100%. Yeah, and
And
yeah, go ahead.
it's
Nas.
hard to look at this and say it's hard to look at this and not say congratulations, you kind of did this to yourself.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could have made good products, you could have listened to your actual audience that is actually buying and playing your games,
Yeah,
but you chose not to, and well, here we are.
yeah, and they could have not went on a hiring spree and what do you call it, buying up all these
Gold
studios.
rush.
Yeah, during COVID, the fact that they thought that this was going to last forever was absolutely ridiculous. People are going to be stuck in their homes and playing video games for the rest of their lives was absolutely insane thinking.
That goes back to what Loki was saying, is that nobody has long-term vision.
Yeah, but you would imagine that a CEO would have like forward thinking. The fact that a
I
CEO
wouldn't.
was like, hey, let's what is the word? God,
I
words
don't,
have
I don't
been
ever
bad
assume
for
that
me lately.
anybody's good at their job. I mean, how can you look at what's going on in the entertainment industry and assume that everybody that's in there knows what they're doing? It's obvious that there are some people that are bad at their job.
Oh yeah, 100.
Well,
But we're looking at a bunch of people that
Go
are
on.
bad at their job. Go ahead, Loki. Sorry.
I say we assume that the people who are in charge of video game companies like video games, and I
Mm,
think that's a false
Mm.
assumption. I think they like money
mhm.
and they like target goals and profit quotas and stuff for the next quarter.
Yeah.
I don't think Satya Nadella or
yeah.
Jim Ryan or Herman Hulst or any of these flipping people care about games.
When do you think that changed? Because it used to be that these CEOs did care about games.
When they started succeeding,
Oh.
I would say like 2013 for Xbox, definitely the Don Matrick debacle.
Oh,
And
yeah.
for Sony,
Yeah.
it hit them twice. It hit them with the PS3 and now again with the PS5.
Yes.
Mhm.
Right on. Okay.
Like
That's
success,
kind of
fair.
weird, eh?
a degree of success gives you a degree of arrogance. We saw this with Nintendo when
Yep.
they launched the Wii U and that crashed.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, we're the big dog. We can charge anything we want. Anyone will just pay this. It's like, no.
Yeah.
The next CEO to learn this lesson will be the first.
That's fair. That's a fair assessment. Wow. I appreciate that.
Do you think we're
Mhm.
seeing, to your point, Loki, do you think we're seeing that with Nintendo and the Switch 2 right now? That arrogance?
I think they just replaced their U.S. president. So yes,
Mhm. And
Interesting.
I mean, they sold 150 million units in a time where console, sales are declining. So yeah, I would
Mhm.
say they definitely feel like they're they're
and how
crap
and
dusting.
why have we not heard any sales numbers since? I think
Yes.
Switch 2 is having a drop off.
Me too. And
Mm.
and we kind of we were asking the question, like whenever leading up to the release of the Switch 2, it's like how many units are they really going to sell of this thing?
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll get to see it. But if they're being forthcoming with their numbers, which if they're bad, they won't be. But hopefully transparency can kind of take the wheel on all of this stuff. We know Xbox, they're not very good at this. PlayStation, again, they have better headlines than Xbox for sure. So obviously you see more good news coming from them. But if there's any bad news, you won't know what the heck's
It's all
going on.
filtered out in a specific corporate friendly speak way, and it's all just kind of gross. You never hear
Yes.
directly, hey, things aren't going that well. It has to come out in a certain way. Like we're making changes to realign and taking a holistic approach and trying very hard to maximize our minimum, all that crap, that stupid corporate speak.
That holistic approach. What the heck does that even mean, dude?
Oh, it means they're
means
looking
trying
at
everything.
everything.
I-
Yeah, they're
when I
looking
think-
at the whole picture.
Oh my gosh. When I think holistic, I think incense and crystals and stuff
Well,
like
yeah,
that.
the name comes from holistic medicine, where you try alternate forms of treatment for your illness.
Right,
Just a
right.
little aside,
Yeah.
I predicted that holistic was going to be the next big corporate buzzword like years ago. When everybody was
hasn't
talking
yet,
about
but-
synergies and stuff like that, I'm like, watch, holistic is going to be the next one. It's going to be in there.
Oh my
And I
gosh.
started to see it creep up into articles now and then, and I'm
That's
like, "Ooh,
hilarious.
I feel that little bit of vindication.
Oh my gosh. Yes. No. Kudos to you, Nas. That was a great. It was great.
I hate it.
Yeah.
It's just noise.
Yes.
It's not for the consumer.
Mm-mm.
It's for shareholders, for stockholders,
Mhm.
whatever.
Yep. Apparently they're all hippies now, sitting behind those investor desks and stuff. It's like, okay, yeah, man, go ahead, man. Xbox, we're with you, man. All right.
Ugh.
All right, so we're going to get into our first article. This is coming from SkillUp's new website, This Week in Video Games. I gotta say, it looks very slick, but let's get into it real quick. So this one, we're going to be touching on Xbox president reasserts commitment to next-gen hardware. And I want to say this is Sarah Bond with her
Yes.
her interview. So in brief, we'll read this here real quick. Xbox President Sarah Bond has reasserted Microsoft's commitment to developing new gaming hardware in a new interview with Variety. We are 100% looking at making things in the future. And I love that quote. We're 100%
We're looking at making things
in the future.
That's a great sentence for every word.
I know.
Technically, she could be talking about going to the bathroom later on. Like, oh, I'm definitely going to drop some kids off at the pool. I'm going to be making something. Like, that sentence means nothing.
It's so
corporate,
like innocuous.
Yes.
Is if I can use that word, it's like it means nothing in something. But
that's why she's the president, everybody.
Yeah. It's like we've been looking at prototyping and designing. So there was a rumor coming out, and again, we talked about this. The next step is hybrid, because Nintendo did so well with Switch 2. We don't know, but it makes more sense to be able to, take what you're playing and go on the go. And if you want to, have it on your TV, the TV stand box, you can have that too. It makes sense, and that's why Nintendo sold so many. It was novel, and no one had done anything like that before. So, and 150 units sold, it speaks for itself. Now the question is, how many will the Switch 2 sell? I think that's a big question. But I would have thought that the big three would have the other two would have been following in the footsteps of Nintendo, and I thought they should be doing that, but whatever. Anyway, the statement comes as Microsoft released the Rogue Xbox Ally, a handheld device developed in partnership with the PC manufacturers Asus. I've heard it pronounced Asus. I don't know. But yeah, making things in the future. We have our next gen hardware in development. We've been looking at prototyping and designing. We have a partnership we've announced with AMD around it. So that is coming. We are always listening to what players and creators want. That is so not true.
I believe that because she said it and she has no reason to lie to me.
No, hold on. She said we're always listening. She didn't say we do anything with it or care.
Considering.
Oh, is that what co-pilot's doing? Is constantly listening and watching and taking screenshots of everything that you do? Is that what she's admitting to?
Yes.
We're constantly monitoring your data. Yes.
Oh my gosh. When there is demand for innovation, we're going to build it. In the June announcement video.
What?
Holy
when there's demand for innovation, we're going to build
hold
it?
on. No. Again, that's not a lie. When there's demand from Microsoft for innovation, they will build it.
Okay, you got me. You're right. Keep going.
So what we saw here was an opportunity to innovate in a new way and to bring gamers another choice in addition to our next gen hardware. So she's talking about the Rogue Ally X along with whatever hardware they'll be making in the future.
It's interesting. She says an opportunity to innovate in a new way and to bring gamers another choice in addition to our next gen hardware.
Yeah.
So there's more than one thing coming.
Right. Yeah. So we'll have to see. Apparently, rumors are that it's going to be a hybrid, like what Nintendo's got going on over there. I think that's a smart choice. But
as far as what you said earlier about the other two, Sony and Microsoft following Nintendo, they've done that in the past.
Yeah,
the Wii, everybody remembers the Wii.
Yeah,
it was a massive success for a time. Everyone and your grandmother had it. So Xbox was like, you know what? I got a better idea. What if instead of holding a controller in your hand, you just use your hands? And PlayStation was like, what if we gave you a little dumb glowy ball you had to hold?
Oh
yeah.
PlayStation Move. Everyone forgot about that.
Yes,
everyone remembers the Kinect failure. No one remembers the PlayStation Move failure. I find that very interesting.
That's very true.
I remember that thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It looked like a wand. It looked like a little wand.
It looked like a fun toy.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
A very fun toy for a very specific purpose.
Yes. I was a youngin'. I didn't know what that was. what it could resemble. I had no idea. So I was like, oh, that's cool. It's like a little wand.
I gotta
like
ask,
a lightsaber.
Yeah, sure. Did the PlayStation Move controllers have a vibrate function? I can't
No,
remember.
actually, no, and you know why? Because they were shit at battery.
Oh my gosh. So it's kind of like that South Park. It's like, kitty's been a dildo. It's like, well, I know a special little kitty who's sleeping with mommy tonight. It's like, Mom, where's my controller? Where's my controller? Move controller. It's like,
Oh,
I
no.
don't know.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. It got dirty real quick. But anyway,
Anyways, those were both massive failures for Xbox and Sony.
yeah.
So for them to copy the portable aspect of Nintendo Switch, I don't know that'll work, because then you have
Mhm.
not so much parity but consumer choice. It's like, okay, if the next Xbox is going to be $1,000,
Mhm.
but you can also take it on the go, it has a little dealio,
Mhm.
or the next Nintendo Switch is, $700 and it does the same thing. It just doesn't look as good. I think by and large people are going to choose the cheaper thing.
Right on. Shoot, man. It,
As far as
yeah.
the next gen Xbox, it's been rumored for like 2 years now, and I don't know who started this rumor.
Yeah.
And Sarah Bond, I don't know about this interview, but in one of the Variety pieces, she says that the idea of storefronts and stuff is going away.
Mhm.
So people think that means Steam integration. If you can imagine an Xbox Series X right now, and you have it in your television, but you can also play all your Steam games through your television with your controller, and not have to worry about playing it on your PC or on your Steam Deck, your little handheld, or a laptop, or any of that stuff. Playing on a big TV.
Yeah.
I think that's the selling point.
And so, question for both of you guys. I'd love to hear your opinion on this. So, do you, I guess in general, what do you think will help Xbox build their trust back up? Because they seem to be just burning it at this point. What do you think will help stem the bleeding? And
The thing they won't do, lower the price.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, they've been across all of their revenue streams, wherever possible, they've been increasing prices.
Yes.
Hardware, peripherals, Game Pass. The only thing that they haven't really touched too much is licensing, but that's probably due to contracts not expiring yet. So once those contracts with, say, for like Minecraft or Fallout and whatever for like the TV shows and stuff, once those contracts expire, they'll probably renegotiate and try to get more out of that, but they're kind of handcuffed just because of the contract terms, I suspect. That's just what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But they've been trying to increase their revenue across all of their revenue streams
Oh yeah.
very quickly.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing that I don't know if you have an article about this, Fox, but the Halo thing, like you hear this 30% target profit margins, and it seems absurd to you, but it's like there's no way they can do that. And then they announce, okay, even though it's been rumored, okay, the first Xbox is coming to PlayStation 5. That's going to sell a ton.
Yeah.
They're going to make so much money off of that.
Oh yeah.
And I know they're going to, because they made so much off Forza Horizon 5
Yep.
and the Oblivion remake. So it's been proven that PlayStation owners will pay premium prices.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
why not put it everywhere? There's your target goal right there.
Oh yeah.
Like I can
yeah.
buy the Master Chief Collection on Steam, and I've never played it on Xbox because I didn't have an original Xbox.
Right.
But I have to think, and I don't know the numbers on this, but I have to think that remasters cost a lot less money to develop than a brand new game.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to go back into their own library and what Loki said, and just polish off or polish these older games that they have and re-release them for other platforms. like
Gears of
PlayStation.
War came out the same day as Helldivers 2 came to Xbox.
Yeah.
They're
So-
going to continue doing that because
Yeah.
it doesn't cost them as much, can make a ton because it's going into a brand new market they didn't really have access to before
100%.
for those products. And that's going to give them a lot more revenue. That's going to give them a lot more profit
Yeah.
because they're charging what for these? And how much does it cost to develop?
Forza was 60, Oblivion was 50.
Oblivion was 50? Oh
Yes.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
And so we've been saying this too, like when Xbox was making saying that they were going to put their games on PlayStation, it would all depend on how well that they do, and then PlayStation would follow suit, putting theirs on Xbox's platform, which they're starting to do. They already are dipping their toes into Steam, and we were kind of debating whether Xbox would ever be on that list, and you only stand to make more money. You know, so
I mean,
it was
if the future of like Fable was going to be bright and everybody was looking forward to this game, because I don't think that many people are, you would see that going to PlayStation as well.
Yeah.
The Fable series or Jet Set Radio or whatever, like everything that was popular on the original Xbox.
Yeah.
Bring that over to PlayStation, because it doesn't take that much to just recondition this for current consoles or whatever.
100%. Also,
yeah.
While we're on this 30% increase in margins, apparently Xbox has increased the price of the dev kits. It was, want to say, from $1,500 to $2,000. So they're on both ends.
Oh, I'm sorry. That turned out to not be true.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Loki, for setting the record straight on that. Okay. Right on.
That was a rumor that got passed around that ended up not being true.
Okay. Right on. All right. Well, we won't even touch on that.
But-
A rumor or a trial balloon?
Well, that's a great question. But it's one of those very easily believable things, because after all the price increases of the hardware and the Game Pass price increase, they're like, well, of course they increased the price of the dev kits.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things.
Right on.
Yeah.
Okay. Right on. Loki, freaking thank you, sir.
It's fine.
I
I care about being fair, and
Yeah.
while we're dumping on Microsoft here, I want to make sure that dump where necessary, not where unnecessary.
100%. Save those
All
dumps. Save it. Right on. All right. So next, here we're talking about the Rogue Ally.
Oh, this okay.
So, honestly, I don't even remember why I brought this one up. This is also talking
Very
about
high-end
server
experience.
Mm-hmm.
mods. Yes. Also, and this kind of caught my eye right here. I think part of the reason Xbox didn't do that well this generation is because of the parity that they try to put with Series S. I thought that was a really stupid decision. Really dumb. It's like,
Well, I understand from like a market standpoint of here's a cheaper version of our thing that isn't as good,
yeah,
but it's cheaper.
yeah.
But if it didn't exist, the Xbox would be in a better place now. I agree.
Oh yeah.
If they never made the Series S and only made the X.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Be so much easier to develop games for just
100%,
one
yes.
platform.
And that was the thing. And I think what really did them in was the promise that, oh, what you'll get on here, you'll on our premium offering, you can get on our, our budget offering. And I thought that was
And I
Then
think
why would you buy the premium one?
see, but I think that's the lesson they're taking for the next thing. If you look at Sarah Bond's comments of
Yeah.
the next one's going to be a premium thing.
Yeah.
So they're not going to split the consoles again.
Gotcha. Yeah. But man, I really believe that PlayStation is in a much better place. They could do that kind of thing. They could, come out with the, which they have been for a lot of generations now, the PlayStation Pro and the regular PlayStation. They've got all these different kinds of varieties to, this gen, So it's like,
Imagine if Sony announced tomorrow that we're coming out Sony PSP 2.
ooh,
And it was their own. It was basically meant to compete with Microsoft's handheld and so on.
Oh,
And just
okay. Wait. What about the Portal? Did we already forget about the Sony Portal?
that was a streaming thing though. That wasn't its own dedicated console,
I
was
don't
it?
like it. I don't like, and the fact that they did that, it really soured me on it. I got it when it first came out, and I'm sure they've made a lot of updates to it now, but the connection was horrible. And the fact that I looking at the Steam Deck, and the Portal, it's like, dude, I would rather spend more to be able to take my actual games anywhere I want, instead of being limited to my my downstairs, which the connection wasn't great then. But now they they added cloud gaming and all that good stuff, so it kind of is that. But it's like, my gosh, like, what are we doing? Just make a legit handheld. Why not do that?
They've tried twice already and don't want to try again with
This
the PSP and the Vita.
This is true.
Yeah, but you got to be looking around and looking at the Nintendo Switch 2, and you're looking
the
at what
Steam
Xbox
Deck.
is doing with the Rogue Ally, and you
Yeah.
got to think, hey, you know what? Maybe we really need to rethink this. Maybe
Right.
this is just the way that it's going.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people
$4
still.
billion for Destiny 2.
What's that?
$4 billion for Bungie. They don't think like this.
Right on. And
No,
what's
I
really
guess not.
funny though is like, after the PSP was gone, it's kind of like we didn't know what we had till it was gone. So it's built up like a cult following, after that. So you've got a
Oh, I
built-in
love my
audience
Vita.
for it.
That's what I mean.
Hmm.
That's why I'm saying, like, if they announce the PSP 2 or PS Vita 2 tomorrow, just by throwing that out there,
Yeah.
and you might see this in like a Sony rumored to be working on PS Vita 2, you'll see people that have that nostalgia for that portable console that they had,
Yeah. And then
and that will push your marketing,
yes.
and that
Yeah.
will push people to have a reaction, and then you can look back and you can say, oh wow, people really want this.
Hmm.
If we were smart, we might try to capitalize on this.
Yeah. Yeah.
If we were smart.
Yeah. Yes, 100%. And then the ones who kind of missed that era, you know, and just the newer generations coming up, they missed the Vita era, the handheld era. They would want to get in on this too. So it's like, not only do you have the audience who have had it, who grew up in it, who got their PS Vitas, you have the ones where, the old heads, now we're old now, telling the other generations how you missed out. You missed out on this awesome era where PlayStation had a great handheld, two great handhelds.
The only thing to push back on that, Nos, from like legitimately instead of just silliness, everything. No, for real though, everything is parity now. If you take a Nintendo Switch 2 game on your television, you take it out of the dock, it's the same game. That's what Xbox wants for their next thing.
Yeah.
What the PSP and the Vita were different games.
Yeah.
They were not
Oh no,
PS3
I understand
versions in a handheld form.
Right. Yeah.
So
yeah.
a
I
new thing
understand
would
that.
have to be the same game in handheld form.
But you've got miniaturization to a point now where a cell phone can play some pretty high-end games.
Mhm.
So you just, what I'm saying is just the name. Use the name, right? Because if they come out and say, well, PlayStation, and they let's say that they had the idea for like a handheld console, and they gave it some other name, you wouldn't really be able to bank on that nostalgia. But it would still be, I mean, whatever this fictional PS Vita 2 or PSP 2, whatever it is, would still be able to play the same version of games. You don't have to worry about discs anymore because everything's digital.
Mhm.
So you don't have to have manufacture mini CDs to be able to put into a PSP 2 or
So,
cartridges for.
What would
Vita.
you charge for this theoretical device?
Well, if I were Sony, I'd probably charge too much.
I mean, they only charge $200 for the Portal,
Yeah,
But
but it's not its own. It's not a standalone. So
Right. I wouldn't think it would be much more than that, though. Adding in the hardware, I can imagine it'd be like crazy. It wouldn't be $1,000, maybe $400, $500, maybe even $600. I think.
well, it's probably got to be more than the Switch 2,
Yeah.
and it's going to be closer to probably what the Xbox Rogue Ally is. So
Mhm.
I don't know. I would probably say $900,000 US, which would mean a lot more Canada dollars, but
Mhm.
nobody likes Canada, so that's why we keep paying that Canada tax.
Oh, good lord. So, quick question for you, Loki. Do you think that's where they went wrong, not having parity and just having their own like PS Vita games?
Yes, in that it required developers. It's like with the Series S. It required developers to make 2 games.
Gotcha.
Rather than just one.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
All right, that makes sense. But I was in love with the Vita, dude. I played Chains of Olympus on there, and it was oh my gosh, it was a freaking God of War. It was a freaking great game. But Kingdom Hearts, you SOBs, like they had these games on the handhelds, and apparently they were part of the at large story. It fed into the bigger story, which I've never forgiven them for. I've never forgiven them.
BBS, not SOB. That's something completely different. Birth by Sleep was the handheld Kingdom Hearts.
but Birth by Sleep, it fed into the bigger narrative, which I hate. I hate that.
BBS means something completely different to me. I'm thinking back in like the 90s in the dial-up era of bulletin board systems.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. Again, I'm old. But you know what's funny? I've never owned a handheld console. Never.
Even like a Game Boy.
No.
Wow.
Borrowed one from a friend for like a week
Mhm.
because he was going away somewhere and he couldn't take it with him. His family was going on vacation. So I was like, hey, you don't have one of these. You can try it out. I'm like, oh, great. Thanks, man.
That's
And I
awesome.
love that thing. I never put it down.
That's freaking cool.
I did that and I kept it.
Naughty Loki.
Damn it. Why didn't I think of that?
Oh, Loki. You truly are the god of mischief. This
Well,
guy.
look, my cousin didn't care that much about video games like I did, and no offense to him, he's not listening.
You talk a
He
lot
was
about him.
He was a children of divorce, which means he
Mhm.
got a lot of stuff from both parents,
That's the
and,
secret.
and he didn't care so much when I borrowed his Game Boy Color and never returned it.
Gotcha. Right on. All right. He didn't even notice it was gone, type of thing.
He didn't care.
Right on. All right. All right. I think we've kind of hammered this one. The Sarah Bond, we hit you twice. Oh, let's get into the comments real quick. I flip-flop between my primary gaming console over the last few generations, but the Series X has been my personal favorite of this generation. With the Rogue Xbox Ally X priced at $1,000 in a very unstable economy, my top concern is whether the next-gen console will be affordable, but I'm still looking forward to solid production or product regardless. We can answer that right now. No, it won't be affordable. It's going to be more probably than the
It'll be at least 1,000.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's premium. It's high end. It's a boutique
Oh,
experience. It's
I don't know if-
luxury.
I don't know if you had an article about this, but there was yet another rumor that the PS6 could be. I don't know where they came up with this. The PS6 could be half as much as the next Xbox. It's like, first of all, we don't even know really, honestly, how much the next Xbox is going to cost.
Right.
Secondly, it's not half now. You dummies could lower the price of the PS5 now instead of waiting for the future when you theoretically could half the price.
Yeah. And
There's that magic word. It could be this.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
could be
Right.
that. It could be powerful enough to shoot you to the moon. But that doesn't mean anything. I mean,
Yeah.
this kind of just wanton speculation
Mhm.
about what the price is. We're gonna have to just wait and see,
100%. And
like everybody else.
and-
Sitting here and speculating about like how much it's gonna be is, I don't know. I don't really see much value in that.
100%. I mean, and the fact that we haven't seen a price decrease in either one of them when prior generations we would have seen that, I think there's a big indication that they're going further into this price range, this new
That-
price range.
That shoving all
strange.
manufacturing to China and Taiwan was a mistake? Yes.
Yes. And
Or it's like a maturation of the gaming industry in a way. It's like we've got enough people now that are invested in gaming as a whole,
yes.
where we don't need to loss lead all of our consoles anymore.
Yes.
Because
yeah.
going back to what we were saying earlier about this alleged 30% profit margin,
Mhm.
if your consoles are loss leaders, or even if you're selling them at like 15% markup,
Mhm.
every time you sell one, you're getting further away from that 30%.
Yeah.
So none of the big three are lowering their console prices,
Mhm.
and I think it's because there's, I don't want to say collusion, but I think everybody has an idea that they don't need to do that anymore. So why?
Hilarious.
Yeah.
That's a great point too. It's like, and that's the biggest,
They're all watching what everybody else is doing.
Well,
yeah.
I think
that
there's
too, yeah.
collusion for increases, certainly. When
Yeah.
Nintendo said you're going to pay $80 for a flipping Mario Kart game, and everybody said, yes, sir.
Yeah, exactly.
Xbox looked at that and said, all right, we'll do it too. Sony's waiting for their next big exclusive.
I love how players
say
are
it was
like,
70.
no, not you, Xbox. Sorry, but no.
What's that?
It's like Nintendo.
No,
yeah.
Xbox is not allowed to increase their
No.
prices. Yes, Nintendo is allowed. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
Well,
goodness. But
some
man,
people.
yeah. Wow. Well, man, what does that say about us as a customer base? I guess is the question.
Nintendo fans are stupid.
Oh, come on. No.
But dude, we
it's
just
a
lamented
long
about how
time.
crappy Pokemon ZA looked. It sold 5 million.
Yeah.
They're dumb.
Well,
They'll pay for
no,
whatever.
listen. I'm not gonna say that they're dumb. I mean, the only way that I will say that they're dumb is if you're aware of all of this, you're aware that you're being bilked, and you're just like, you know what, I'm fine with that. That's dumb. I think that's dumb. But for some people, it takes a long time for them to sort of break out of the orbit of a franchise or an ecosystem for gaming, because you have to have enough bad stuff happen, enough poor decisions being made for you to actually sit and start to question what you're seeing. And some people never get to that stage, and that's fine. I mean, if you're still getting what you wanted of gaming and you have no reason to question it,
Mhm.
great. Honestly, I kind of envy you in a way.
Yeah. Yeah.
in a small way. But some people never get to that point. That's why you've got people every single year buying the latest Madden or FC or
Yes.
NHL game
Yeah.
from EA Sports, even though there's not really that much difference other than a roster update.
Yeah.
Well, I think you could expand that to beyond video games.
Mhm.
Every year, Apple has their look at our stupid new iDevices thing, and they're $1 billion.
Yeah.
People are like, yep,
Mhm.
gotta have the new iDevice thing.
And
Yeah, it's a compulsion.
yes, I think it feeds more into they're captured by the the side,
brand, the
their
product.
brand. Yes, it's
Yeah,
like,
but
oh, you're a
also
Nintendo guy.
simplicity.
Oh, yeah, I'm a Sony
Simplicity
guy.
in
Yeah.
a way, because if I'm familiar with this line of products, I
Mhm.
don't want to have to learn something new.
That-
If I've always had an iPhone and I'm really comfortable with the way that iPhone's interface works and all
Mhm.
that stuff, I don't want to learn a new system like Android.
That's fair.
So that's part of
That's
it as
fair, too.
well. It's never just one thing.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair. Fear
It's all
of the
these little
unknown.
things that make up this formula about whether or not you're going to stay with one product or abandon it and go try something new.
Yeah,
And everybody's different in that way.
brand loyalty too. Like you were saying, Loki. It's people are loyal to the brands, and that makes sense. That makes sense.
I'll never give
think
anybody crap for being loyal to any specific product. I just want to understand why.
Yeah,
Have you not gotten to that point where you're questioning it? Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Have you gotten to that point where you are questioning it and you still came up with wanting to support this product that really doesn't want to support you?
yeah,
Well, then I've got more questions.
yeah. It's like how and what could they do to make you finally turn your back on that product or that
Is
brand?
there anything even
Exactly.
that they could do?
Yeah.
Like there are some
I-
people
I-
that will never, ever
Mhm.
say anything bad about Nintendo. They'll
Mhm.
never
Yeah.
trash Nintendo
Or Sony or Xbox.
or Xbox. Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Again, I think it's something ingrained in the human spirit or mind.
Maybe. Yeah.
I know this is a video game podcast, but hey, sports. If you are loyal to a sports team, you're loyal to that sports team.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. The Seinfeld joke, if you're cheering for laundry, it doesn't matter who's playing or what the coach is or any of that stuff. It's like, I'm born in this city, therefore I love this team, or my parents love this team, therefore I love this team.
Mhm.
And you're more loyal to that identity. I think there's something intrinsic in the human spirit for a need for belonging
Yeah.
to a group
Gotcha.
and to share with people of that group. It's like we're all Nintendo fans and we all love Nintendo. Whoa. You can't be speaking bad about Nintendo. You're the Nintendo fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at us. Oh my gosh, we're getting deep. I like this.
It's a compulsion. It's cognitive dissonance is not comfortable. It's hard
Yeah.
to deal with. It's so much easier to just run away with it.
Yeah.
To just run away. Sorry, not run away with it, but run away from it.
Yeah.
Just not have those thoughts.
Mhm.
Like, I'm an Xbox fan. I've always been an Xbox fan. I always will be an Xbox fan. I
Yeah.
don't care if they're doing bad stuff. This is the platform that I grew up
Yep.
on. I have these
Mhm.
great memories of playing like Halo with my buddies and getting drunk and whatever and eating
Mhm.
pizza and all that sort of stuff.
Mhm.
I get it. It's just I don't like seeing people getting screwed because they're not willing to have that sort of conversation with themselves. I know
Right.
it's uncomfortable. Everybody knows it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But you gotta, for your own sake, not for anybody else's.
Well, you can't be confrontational when you break someone out of that thing.
Yeah.
They have to
No,
come to their
no.
own conclusions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Just sort of like encourage them in a way and support them. Be like, hey, listen, if you got questions, that's good.
Mhm.
You don't have to make the decision that I want you to make.
Mhm.
You just need to just go over everything, assess, is this still valuable to you? Is this still of value to you?
Yeah.
Are you still getting out of it what you used to? Or is just nostalgia clouding your mind?
Yeah.
You don't have to have that conversation with anybody. You can just go for a walk and think about it.
Yeah.
And this could be about anything,
Yeah.
right?
100%.
But you got to be a little honest with yourself. That's all.
These next three kind of feed into what we're talking about. People finally breaking out of the fog of the group deal or whatever. So I love my Xboxes, but not even remotely sold on next gen. I'd pay $1K for a truly premium PC like console, but not with Xbox given all their bad moves lately. It's just a risky investment. They showed their hand. Same thoughts exactly. It's come from Matt. Previous one was Michael. A lot of M's. Only recently started to buy an Xbox in addition to my Switch and PS5. I bought it for Starfield mainly, but with curiosity for other games. I know.
Shut up, Nas.
Their subscription has been nice, but honestly, nothing has wowed me enough to use it as my main gaming system, especially after upgrading it to the PS5 Pro. Oof. While I would appreciate a more open and customizable OS for PlayStation, I have no real complaints. Conversely, I've never been a fan of Microsoft elsewhere, and their recent decisions seem to show a mixed messaging around the strategy in gaming. Holy crap! Yes, this one line is like, yeah, for like 2 or 3 years now,
they've had terrible public relations, just awful.
Oh yeah.
And as far as Starfield goes, I haven't played it yet. I will at some point, and I'll make my own decision. But I know a lot about the narrative surrounding that game. But the fact that it hasn't dropped below like $45, I'm not willing to put that. Not willing
When
to
it
make that
comes
risk.
to PlayStation next year, it'll be at 70. So
Wow.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, let's move on to our final one. This is all Xbox, and this is 30% profit mandate drives pivot from antiquated exclusives. A new report alleges Microsoft is pushing its Xbox division for 30%, and this is being pinned by Winbuzzer Marcus Kassan Mashchev. Okay, sorry, bud. I butchered that.
You need to pick articles with easier names.
I know. Oh my goodness. The strategy also aligns with public statements from Xbox President Sarah Bond, who recently called console exclusives antiquated. These actions follow last year's Activision merger and have drawn sharp criticism from former FTC chair Lena Khan, who recently stated that her warnings of harm to gamers and developers are now coming true.
Okay. She was like super corrupt. This is another thing that's never talked about, but Lena Khan was involved in like bribery scandals and stuff.
Whoa.
And showed favoritism. Yes. And showed favoritism to other people. And that's why she doesn't have her job anymore. I know it's an elected position. I know the president approves it, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of problems with her reign, and the stuff that was Microsoft and Activision had absolutely nothing to do with whatever she thinks is happening now. Has everything to do with their idea of monopoly. If you recall, when Microsoft was trying to buy Activision, Jim Ryan, Sony's guy, was like, I don't want you to have this because you'll make it exclusive to the Xbox system. That'll kill Sony. And the entire time, Microsoft was like, but we're not going to do that, though. And Sony and Lena Khan said, yeah, you are. You're going to make it exclusive. It didn't happen. So here we are. They're making too much money is the problem.
No. Yeah, but even that's not enough, it seems, allegedly. I guess we're driving this bus now, Loki.
Okay. Well, I can rant about Bloomberg because I don't know if this is from Bloomberg, if it's from Jason Schreier. What a guy he is. Oh my goodness. See my Twitter for more thoughts on Jason Schreier.
I'm not a fan. Not a fan of that guy.
Jason Schreier was the one who knew about Ubisoft's sex scandals and didn't say anything until it was convenient to say so.
Whoa, okay.
The same thing for the scandals at Naughty Dog. There were similar things, but nobody ever talked about them until it was convenient to do so.
Wow.
Wait, what scandals at Naughty Dog?
They weren't sex scandals. They were, it was around the time Cyberpunk was coming out, and everyone was like, oh, you're overworking the devs and you're doing overtime.
Oh,
whatever that
the crunch
word
or
was.
whatever. Yeah.
Crunch, yes. And similar things were happening at Naughty Dog for Last of Us 2. Nobody reported, nobody talked about it.
Yeah.
You can't say anything negative
for
about
Naughty
current day Naughty Dog. I mean,
I'm saying Bloomberg has a Sony bias, and they've had it for a long time.
Yeah.
And they don't hide it. So when I hear the claim, Bloomberg says 30, I was like,
grain of salt. Break out the salt lick.
Right on. And back to what we were talking about, Lena Khan. I never saw them, being a monopoly. They were comfortably in third place. I didn't think that buying Activision would change that, honestly.
Yeah, that was the argument she made and the argument that Sony made.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen.
It didn't bear out. And the fact that, she's like, oh, buying Activision is because of the increase. It's like, no, the increases are because, the tariffs. Didn't really see that. Not just the tariffs, but as far as their hardware, yeah. And they made the decision to have what do you call it?
Manufacturing overseas, yeah.
Right. And it put an advantage to them because, they're not paying as much for labor. And Sony, and I've not seen, Sony's prices, man, honestly, I haven't seen an increase on the PlayStation 5. The PS5 Pro is obviously more expensive because they put more in it. AI, but with Sony, they once the tariffs hit, they were making moves to pull their manufacturing, like take over the manufacturing from China. That's you know what I mean. So
Sure.
and we didn't see a huge increase there, and I'm wondering why is it different for Xbox? But you know, you take this advantage of, and I wrote about this on Substack. It's like Sony didn't, bend players over because they were manufacturing in China, but Xbox did, and that kind of erodes the trust that, along with everything else that we've been talking about.
Wait, hang on a second. Weren't there price increases for PS5s?
Yes, it wasn't as big as Xbox though.
Right.
And it happened
no,
at
it's only
once
like
as opposed to
$50.
Xbox, which happened twice.
Right. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
You're right. Nah, sorry.
I was taking, like, am I crazy? I thought there was. But
No,
this is just
I'm just
how
Well,
much
see,
bad
again-
news about the gaming industry gets thrown at you.
Again, the narrative bias, if I may, of oh, it happened to Sony too. Yeah, don't worry about it. We don't need to talk about it. We don't need to write articles.
we did see an increase with the PlayStation 5. You're exactly right. And there's a big talking point back when they did increase. It's like usually at this point in their life cycle, we'd be seeing decreases in their
Yes.
earlier, earlier consoles. But now
no,
everything's
instead,
starting to go
gone
up.
up.
But since that increase, since the tariffs, we've seen an increase in Xbox. But not an increase
as far as
in
the-
Sony.
Are you gonna read more about this? Because I have a thing about the 30%.
Oh, okay. The strategy also aligns with public statements from Xbox Sarah Bond, but I think we read that one already. Behind the polished presentations that Xbox showcases, a different story is unfolding. Bloomberg claims Microsoft has been pressing its gaming division to achieve 30% accountability margins for the last 2 years. This target represents a significant leap from industry average profit margin for most developers, which S&P Global Market Intelligence estimates is between 17 and 22%. For context, court documents from 2023 revealed Xbox had a 12% profit margin during the first 9 months of its 2022 fiscal year, illustrating the scale of the new expectation. Such a high financial expectation reframes many of Xbox's recent decisions as outcomes of a top-down mandate for profitability. According to S&P Global analyst Neil Barber, a 30% margin is usually reserved for a publisher that is really nailing it. Anonymous sources cited by Bloomberg indicated this marks a major cultural shift from Xbox's past, when Microsoft allegedly gave creative teams more room to innovate without tense financial scrutiny. This pressure to perform at an elite level financially appears to be primarily driven behind a radical overhaul of the Xbox business model. At the time of publication, Microsoft, oh good lord, here. Sorry.
Oh no, you got viruses.
No.
This is Microsoft telling you to shut up.
Maybe.
Stop talking about our brand.
Maybe. Let's see. At the time of publication, Microsoft had not publicly commented on the report's claims.
Okay. So everyone hears that's 22 to 30%. Oh, it's a huge jump. Oh, that's unattainable. Two things. I think it's purposefully unattainable if it's true. Let's just pretend it's true for a second.
Think it's aspirational?
I think it's a target goal. Yes, aspirational. In terms of, I want you to hit 30. If you hit 25, that's good, but I'm not going to tell you it's good.
Right on.
Secondly, if anyone has ever worked for a company that had target goals, and I did, those target goals are never realistic. You are never going to hit them, and they do that on purpose to motivate you. I used to work for, Cricket Wireless in the early days.
Holy moly! Yeah.
I was a distributor.
Yeah.
I had my boss come in and say, "Why aren't you selling enough phones?" I said, because I was a young, stupid 20-something, I said to him, "I can't sell to someone who doesn't want to be sold to." He looked straight in my eyes and said, "That's bullshit." Now, he was right and I was wrong. All these years later, I was like, no, I was a bad salesman. But I've learned from that.
Yeah.
You have to always be hitting these or setting up these targets. You know the meme from Wolf of Wall Street? Like, those are rookie numbers. You got to pump those numbers. Same thing.
Yeah.
You always want more.
I was thinking
Whether or not it's attainable is irrelevant.
You got to always be closing.
Yes, A always B, C closing. Always B closing.
So
Glenn Ross, Oscar-winning performance from Alec Baldwin before he started
Otherwise, you
shooting
end up
people.
with a set of steak knives.
when he started shooting people. And what made it even worse with the Alec Baldwin thing is apparently him and him and the woman that he killed, were going back and forth. They were having an argument. It's like, man, that kind of gives you the probable cause right there. It's like, the fact that I think, is he still no, he's been acquitted on everything. The fact that he didn't spend a day in jail is crazy to me. Absolutely.
Hey, I
nuts.
stand behind Alec Baldwin because it's dangerous to stand in front of him.
Yes, it is. Oh my gosh. He at least should have been fleeced for everything, to give to the widowed husband. You know what I mean? It's like,
You know what?
good Lord.
It's kind of funny because we're talking about Alec Baldwin for no reason, right? And one of the Ubisoft studios that has had to undergo some layoffs recently is Massive Entertainment, and they made one of my favorite PC games, World in Conflict, and Alec Baldwin does a voice in that game.
Good
My
Lord.
God, it's all connected.
Yeah. But if we're like getting back on topic, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
It's fine.
We were
But-
talking about targets. That Loki
Target
was talking
goals.
about.
Yes.
Yeah.
I yeah, go ahead, Nas.
Oh, okay. I agree. I've worked for a company that, although I wasn't on the sales side, I probably could have been, but I wasn't on the sales side, but I was aware of the targets and just setting these goals. And it's like, what? These are ridiculous. No one's going to achieve these.
Yeah.
And yes, they are aspirational a lot of times,
Hmm.
but at the same time, the consequences of not meeting them, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know if it's
Mhm.
going to be, well, we're going to have to adjust our expectations and everybody keeps their job, or
Exactly. Yep.
we didn't meet expectations and now we have an excuse to get rid of people.
Mhm.
Now we have an excuse to shutter things or sell off IP. I don't know if Microsoft's going to do that, but we have this excuse. You didn't meet
Yep.
goals. Now we got to do this.
Yep. And I'm more of a proponent of that side, Nas, because I think that Satya Nadella, he doesn't care about video games. He doesn't care about the gaming division. He doesn't care. So I think that he's putting these expectations on them as an excuse to get rid of them. That's just my opinion on it. I think that eventually,
It's possible.
yeah, I think that eventually we might see the end of Xbox, especially now. It really feels like they are floundering. This is the last gasp of a wild animal.
The
feels
next
like.
console, whatever that is, the hybrid $1,200 thing,
Mhm.
will be their last one, no matter what,
Yeah. Oh my
success
gosh.
or failure.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
I had to guess, I think if this is true, this 30%,
Hmm. Hmm.
let's act like it is.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of argument. I mean, a lot of the decisions that Microsoft has made with increasing prices across most of their revenue streams certainly would support that.
Mhm.
It gives it context. If and it makes sense. Crap, where was I going with this? Oh yeah,
Sorry.
I think this.
It was funny.
I just finished my coffee a little while. Give me a break. But I think this is creating a great sink or swim moment for everybody. This is basically just sending out a message to everybody that's developing for Microsoft,
Mhm.
for Xbox.
Yep.
You have to, if we're going to look at your project and we're going to say, okay, our projections are that you can't make this money, you're out of business. We're going to sell you off. We're going to shutter you, and we're going to redirect people to projects that we do believe in.
Yeah.
So there's probably going to be a lot of forecasting going on. And I don't know what they're basing it on. I'm speculating, obviously.
Hmm.
But I think this is probably just going to get everybody's. I'm just going to say it this way because it's the simplest one I can think of.
Yeah.
It's probably tightening up everybody's buttholes and getting them all to work really, really hard. And whoever doesn't meet expectations, you might not have a job.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's the route that they're going. Because what the milestone was that they were supposed to have like 100 users on Game Pass. They're in comfortable. Another word of the day, comfortable. They're comfortably in last place when it comes to consoles.
See-
They need a kick in their ass to get going, Or
but again,
fold.
everyone looks at the price increases like, oh, that's why they're increasing the target, or why they're increasing the prices because this theoretical target goal.
Mm.
But I see them putting all their stuff on PlayStation as like, no, that's where they're going to make the real money.
Yeah.
As I said earlier in the show, of what Oblivion and Forza Horizon has already done,
Yeah.
and what I think Halo will do next year.
Hmm.
I think they're gonna. There's no longer exclusives as far as Microsoft is concerned.
Yeah.
Nintendo will stay there alone on their island forever. Sony's gonna slowly put more stuff over because they've already been doing that for PC,
Yep.
which runs on Windows.
Yep.
So yeah, that's where they're going to hit those target numbers, is selling software, not hardware.
Yeah, yeah,
And I think
100%.
they know that.
Yeah.
So they might as well price their hardware in astronomical levels,
Mhm.
since they can't sell it at a loss, since it costs so much to produce.
Yes, but okay, so I 100%. I think they're going to become a publisher, full on publisher. They're going to get out of the console making game. But my thing is why increase the subscription service then? you know,
Yeah.
if because I originally thought since they're bumping up the consoles, that's funneling people into Game Pass. But now they put a slammed the door on that one too. So it's just leaving players in limbo.
That came after the hardware increase, right?
Yeah.
And that came also after the report that Game Pass, because there's more nonsense from people, gaming journalists in air quotes, saying like, oh, Game Pass is unsustainable, they're losing money. And then fucking Microsoft themselves came out and said, no, we're making a ton of money.
Yeah.
In fact, we're making so much, we're going to invest more into the Game Pass ecosystem.
Right.
Which basically means we're going to pay more devs to put their games on Xbox,
Right.
on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in order for us to invest more of our money, we need more of your money.
Yeah. But
There's also-
man, that kind of flies in the face of them. It's like, hey, we're making all this money. pay us more, please.
Yes, and we're not going to spend it. That's how you stay rich,
That's
by
true.
not spending.
Very true. Very true. Yeah, no.
There's
100%.
something that we haven't really touched on though, and that's Xbox cloud gaming as well, and the ad-supported
Yes.
nonsense
Oh,
as well,
God,
which is really
yes.
driving a lot of revenue for Microsoft.
Yeah.
They made around like what 5 billion. No, that's from Game Pass.
Mhm.
Hang on a second. I'm looking at numbers here, but that is an emerging revenue source for them.
Yes.
And because they're backed by their own product, Microsoft Azure, they can keep pushing that. They can keep growing that, and they keep expanding to every conceivable area on the planet to offer this service.
Yeah.
Now, please
Yeah.
ignore that this week we just had a major internet outage from the cloud from AWS
Yeah,
servers.
but that was AWS. No, but that doesn't count. That's a different cloud service provider.
Azure has also had connection issues this year, but I get you.
And
You know what really?
It comes to the portable thing earlier, but you said on your phone, it's like you're playing through the cloud from there. So the
Mhm.
emerging cloud market is a thing,
Yeah.
and Microsoft is in the lead of that. They're certainly far ahead of Sony and Nintendo on that front.
yeah.
And it's obvious that that's a direction that they really want
Yes.
to keep going, because in
Yeah.
every single interview,
Yeah.
every single time you speak to somebody from Microsoft's executive team,
Mhm.
they have to throw in cloud gaming, cloud this, cloud
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. And as far as the like the in-game ads, dude, I made a video like 2 years ago about Sarah Bond's comments about, oh, we can figure out where to put this and where it makes sense in gaming. And it was like I kind of I put that video out there and like they're really going full steam ahead now,
I believe that she believes that's true.
I think that is true.
Remember, I think it was me, you, and Scotty were
Mhm.
talking about this one day. We were talking about like just ads being in games,
Mhm.
and what was it? We were Hellblade 2, and you're playing Hellblade 2. This is an immersive experience, and there's all of a sudden there's this box of Kraft dinner in the corner. That has no business being there.
Exactly.
That's the grace and skill with which I think they're going to put ads in games.
But you're fine watching soccer and all the teams have logos all over their jersey. You're
Right.
fine watching NASCAR and ads all over the car. You're fine with end zones
Mhm.
being painted for whatever product in football.
Right.
Shows what you know. I don't watch soccer and racing, and
I'm just saying it's something that's been normalized, to use a
Mhm.
horrible word, in
No.
our daily lives. Advertising has been normalized.
Yes.
Hell, look at what's on your screen right now. Ads.
Yes. So I think it's levels to this for sure. Like with sports teams, that comes baked in now anyway. And so
Well-
with it being in a video game, it makes sense.
Because it was never there. Now it's suddenly being there is shocking.
Well, so like anytime I'd watch a football game, there'd be banners on the, where the teams are and things like that. Not
Sidelines,
banners,
yeah.
but like, yeah.
Mhm.
So, and actual like with them in games breaking for ads, so that doesn't break the immersion, especially in sports games, because it's kind of, as far as I can remember, it's always been there. The advertising and all that good stuff.
it's a slow process.
It is.
It's you can't just suddenly, all of a sudden, every square inch of the field is covered in in ads.
Right.
But I mean, I used to watch hockey a lot,
Hmm.
and there was always advertisements on the boards,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
It's just that was normal to me.
Yeah.
But then you go to watch a game from like highlights from a 1970s game, and the boards are blank.
Right.
Now, I go to watch a hockey game, and there's not just ads on the boards. There's ads on the ice surface itself.
Yeah.
Because they digitally put them there now. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just
It's
I don't want to see that.
yeah, 100%. And it'll go even further. Is as long as we kind of let that happen, like with gacha games and things like that monetize the crap out of their
Well, I
their
think
games
it's
and
the
stuff like
boiling frog scenario
Yeah.
of it's happened for too long and people have grown accustomed to it. We've
Mhm.
grown more and more used to it.
that. Yeah.
Same with price increases. It's like, oh, the price went up again, huh? Well, guess I'll get used to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there will be a point where people start turning their backs on it. I don't know at what price point that'll be, but I do think people will get tired of it. Whatever platform they're deciding to play on, you know, whether it be Nintendo, Xbox, obviously, because they're not selling games or consoles, and PlayStation too. I do think there will be a bowling point where people
The
are
way
like,
that it'll
"No,
go-
I'm not paying one more red cent to you." But go ahead.
The,
Sorry.
the way that it usually goes is you get the stuff for free with ads,
Right.
Yeah.
That's how you get them in the door. Well, I only have to listen to like a 30-second ad every once in a while, and when I'm on Spotify, that's fine. I can do that because it's free.
Copying
I mean,
the
it's
subscription
not.
service for like Netflix or whatever. But yes,
Right.
yeah,
But then slowly increase the price of that free tier. And then, oh, wait, if you don't want ads, you can pay not to see ads.
Yep.
You just have to pay for this premium tier.
yep,
And then you've got people sort of locked in where they don't feel like they forget that they have the choice to just not consume this.
100%. Yes, yep,
There's always the option to just walk away.
yeah, yep. That's
But
and
then-
I
that's where they're
think
gonna
it's been a big theme of this episode in terms of like, we would like for consumers to make better choices. Wouldn't that be nice?
Well, from what perspective? From
Well,
a consumer to consumer
overpricing.
perspective, yes.
Yeah.
Because if let's say that you're going to, I mean, just in this scenario, you're going to pay for this. You've already decided you're going to spend money on this $1,200 console that Xbox has got.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to tell you, like, no, just hold on, wait. What you do has an effect on me because I want Xbox to try harder to earn my money. But you're already saying, well, I'm just going to buy it regardless. So
Well, that would require me, this theoretical me, to think outside myself, and the theoretical me wouldn't do that. It's like, screw you, got mine.
Yeah.
So like, it's not my problem that you don't have enough money to spend on something I have enough money for.
And if I come at you with a certain energy that says, you're stupid for doing this, you're going to become even more defensive and you're going to get locked into that.
I'm going to
just
say,
spite
screw you,
me.
fake wizard. You can't tell me what to spend money on.
That guy's been all over the place. Like, I get your message, buddy, but, just like, chill out. You have the right to demand better from
For
the
yourself. No,
consumers.
you have the right to demand better for yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
You cannot
absolutely.
demand better for others.
And there's a way of going about it, right?
Yeah.
Don't be too hostile. Don't be too aggressive, because just by virtue of being that way, you're already getting people's backs up. If you're saying something negative about something they like, even if it's a positive message, like, you got the right to choose, you have the right to demand better. Just the way that you go about that, the way that you go at that matters, because otherwise you could be easily lumped in with those extremely aggressive, hyperbolic people who are like,
Yeah.
Xbox is dead, PlayStation is dead. I don't care for that. That's just nonsense. Just chill out. Talk to people
Now,
like they're people.
earlier when I said Nintendo fans are stupid, I do still think that, but I'm not going to tell them to not spend the money. I make it a point to never do that because I play some garbage ass video games. Okay, guys,
Yeah.
I just do, and I do it on purpose. Partially because I do find some enjoyment in it, and partially because I want to talk about it here on my podcast, whatever. But so if anyone tells me it's like we're boycotting that game because of blah, it's like who's we, my dude? It's like you don't make decisions for me.
right on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. Okay. All right. Shoot, man. Freaking the commentary for everyone was absolutely excellent. Holy crap.
Well, money brings out passion in people.
This is true. It's like, pay more? No. This is, yeah. But yeah, dude. So final thoughts. Oh, and also, by the way, Nos, you can find Nos all his stuff is in the description. Loki, I'm gonna need your link for the world's worst gaming podcast.
The internet's worst
gaming
podcast.
podcast. Yes.
I'm gonna need.
I finally learned how to say that right. Everybody's got to learn how to say that right.
Internet's worst gaming podcast. We're gonna need the link for that. But I mean, since I stopped with you, what are your final thoughts, kind sir?
I don't think Microsoft is as screwed as the internet wants it to be, but they're not in a great place. Recovery is still possible with good software, and in my opinion, they've been putting out good software the last few years. It's just a matter of getting people to play it, getting people to pay for it, whether that be through Game Pass or putting it on Sony's device. I think that's how they make up the revenue rather than hardware.
Okay. It'll be interesting to see. I am curious, and I'm going to be watching whatever this new console is that they come out with.
Yeah.
But I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it from some executive. I don't believe you.
I don't want to hear about the next Xbox or the PS6 at all. No.
Yeah.
No.
Shut up about that. Make games for the thing we have now, please.
100%.
Yeah. Like, oh, the next PS6, the PS6 is coming out. Are there going to be games for that one? Or are you still going to be making games for the PS4? Because
Last of Us 2 again.
again. Yeah, it's very true. Remastered. The remaster.
Yeah. You're getting to a point now where you need a new word for it. Remaster doesn't mean anything anymore.
No.
Reimagining or
reselling. Just say reselling.
Yeah.
Well, the term that I use is repackaging, because you're not really doing much with the game. You're just putting a new fancy, I don't know, cover on or whatever, and you're selling the same crap over and over again. It's just repackaging. That's what I call it.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. So, I mean, well, I know, Nas, you haven't, you didn't get the PlayStation 5. Did you, Loki?
No.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
About 6 months after it launched.
Okay. Will you be doing the same thing for the PlayStation 6?
At the current rate they're going, no, but that's again software issue, not hardware issue.
Gotcha.
I've always been a software guy.
Okay.
Will I pick? I won't be happy about paying $1,200 for the next Xbox, but they have more software that I care about. Sony this gen has not put out enough stuff to justify this $500 piece of plastic. It just hasn't.
Yeah. As far as software, are you talking about games?
Yes, games. I don't really care about fidelity or resolution or frame rate or in that junk.
Right.
Whereas, like, Sony used to be the king of first-party games last generation, the PS4. They're not now.
No.
They aren't putting out good stuff, in my opinion.
Right.
Ghost of Yotei was flipping terrible. And you should hear my podcast to hear more about why I think it's one of the worst things to come out of Sony in years.
Please do that. Yes.
But it's value. It's like, as opposed to the rattle of having the games for the Xbox, and they're mostly on Game Pass. So it's like, yeah, this is, to me, personally, the Xbox right now has better value. It just does.
Right on. Okay. Shoot, man. Even with the price increases?
Yes, because of the amount of games I play.
Gotcha.
If I played like 1 or 2 a month, 30 wouldn't be worth it.
Gotcha.
Given what I play, 30 is fine.
Gotcha.
We had an interesting little conversation about this.
Yeah.
Because I remember asking you, Loki, like, what's the price point where you have to really think, is this still worth it to me? And I think you said like $50 a month.
Yeah.
Right on.
Or so.
That's fair.
Yes. Because again, something people don't talk about with the game price. I'm sorry, going along, the show's trying to end. People didn't talk about the Game Pass increase. It's like, oh, why are you charging more for Game Pass? It's like, you can buy the freaking game, guys. You can just purchase it for $70 if you're so upset about paying $30. It's like, what are we arguing about here, really?
Right on. That is totally fair. Holy crap. Okay. Yeah.
It's down to your personal experience.
Yeah.
I mean, if $30 a month, or however much it is in Canada dollars, I don't know. But if $30 a month, you're still getting value out of it because you're playing the volume of games that someone like Loki plays.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
It's not, is it too much? It's just, it's personal.
Yeah.
Do you get value out of this? If you do, emotional, mental, like, or just whatever value you get out of it, it's worth it to you. Fine. Cool.
Yeah.
But stop and have that question. Like, answer that question for yourself. Am I still getting the value out of this that I once did or not?
Yeah. Yeah. And for me, that is no, because I just don't play enough games to kind of justify it. I've got if you look at my Steam library, it's compared to, a lot of people, it's probably bare bones. I'm catching up on, not AAA experiences, but big games that came out like a year ago, 2 years ago. I'm still catching up on those. And I don't get the chance to sit down and just play, you know.
Well, yeah, but that
Mhm.
value for you is a different margin than value for me
100%. Yes.
because just by mere fact of your responsibilities and you play less.
Mhm.
I have less responsibilities than you do, having no children,
Mhm.
so I don't have to worry about that sort of thing. You know what I mean? Same
Yeah.
for Knots. Like
Yeah.
you play less games because you have adult responsibilities.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't have as many.
Right on.
That's the conversation that never seems to happen whenever
Exactly.
gamers are arguing with each other. Is
Yeah.
okay, we're all gamers here, sure,
Yeah.
Yes.
but we're all very different gamers.
Mhm.
You guys are more console. I'm PC. Always have been a PC gamer for as long as I've had a game that
Mhm.
a PC that can run games.
Yeah.
And we all have stuff in common, but our approach to everything is always a little bit different. We're never going to find a common ground,
Yeah.
but we can find things where it's like, okay, I accept that this is your position,
Mhm.
and the decisions that you make for how you play games or how you consume games is fair to you.
Yeah.
I accept that. This is my position.
And I do believe there are enough Lokis out there for Game Pass to stay not just relevant, but you know, stay profitable. I think
Well,
there's enough.
I don't
Lokis
know
out
about
there.
that. I don't know about that because
Mm.
Loki's.
Go
We
ahead.
don't want more Lokis, believe me. No, but I think in Loki's case, Microsoft might actually be losing money
Okay.
because of the volume of games that he's playing.
Right.
Most people probably don't question the price went up. They're like, well, I still play games, so they
Yeah.
don't think about it. But they're not really getting the value out of it.
Hmm.
Xbox is winning that one,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But Loki plays like a
I
ton
do.
of games.
I do still purchase occasional Game Pass
Yeah.
games if I really like them. If I say, you know what, that was a freaking great game, I'm gonna buy it and own it.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
does happen, not terribly often, but it does happen.
Now we've talked before about Game Pass cannibalizing its physical sales. We've talked about that, and I do believe that that's going on, which I think feeds into maybe they're going into like just Game Pass and maybe stopping their physical
Well,
production of their games. I think they might.
that
end
second
up
part
doing
is
that.
absolutely happening. Microsoft will be an all digital thing very,
Yeah.
very soon.
Oh
It's
yeah,
going to happen.
yeah,
They're not going to be discs for Xbox games basically going forward.
yeah. And I
Yeah,
want to
that's
say,
a necessary expense for them.
yeah, the
Yeah.
rumor was when they first came out with it was a couple years after the Series X and S came out, and their new console was like supposed to come out all digital. Like their
That's a huge possibility.
mid range, or not mid range, but the mid gen console that they were coming out with was supposed to be just a digital console. It was supposed to be, but yeah, and I do believe going forward, you know, might pull a PlayStation's like, hey, you can buy a disc drive separately. Oh my gosh, good lord. Yeah. But
It's
all in
gross
all,
and nasty, and I don't like it. I just want to play games and have fun and talk about the games that are fun with people.
mhm.
I don't
The
want to
business,
worry about
the
all
business
the
is
things.
not fun though. The business
that?
part, as we've been,
Mhm.
the business part of games is not fun, as we've been talking about today.
Yeah.
I mean, fun conversation.
Yeah.
But the actual discussions of these numbers and stuff,
Mhm.
that sucks.
Oh yeah.
It sucks to have to talk about this. It sucks to talk about layoffs. It sucks to talk about hardware increases.
Yep.
But that's the reality of this hobby becoming more than a hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Imagine
if
how
it's-
things.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry,
No,
go
sorry.
ahead, Fox. Oh, I have the right of way. I was giving you the right of way.
After
No,
you,
you're fine.
Alphonse.
Oh crap! What was I gonna say? I don't remember. You
I'm
got to go now,
sorry.
Fox.
Well,
I'll go. The rent is too damn high.
The cost of Game Pass is too damn high.
shoot, now I forgot what I was gonna say. Golly.
We're all old.
Yeah, you're getting there, man.
Nah. I just want to have fun playing games and talking about games, and I want everybody else to have that experience. I don't want
Yes.
anybody to feel like they're getting priced out of their hobby, because
Yeah.
it's so. I mean, you can look at games and think, oh, it's just a game. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's just something kids do. Yeah, okay, sure, kids do, but we're all kids on the inside.
Yeah.
And if you're just one of those types of people that's like, oh, I'm an adult, I'm a man's man, I don't play games, I don't want to have fun. Well, you don't speak for anybody
Yeah,
except for yourself.
it's
Get outta
like
here
this
with
is the '90s again.
you need an escape, and for a
Well-
lot of people games provides that because the
Mhm.
interactivity, to me it's better than watching a movie or a TV show.
It's the most interactive medium that we have right now.
Yes.
And I was going to say, it's like along the same vein where you were saying, Loki, it's like these conversations are hard. It's like, just imagine what these conversations between CEOs and investors are like, you know what I mean? It's got to be
Yep.
really hard for those guys too. I'm not gonna shill for billion-dollar companies, but it's not easy, and especially like when we're talking about Xbox, it's like, do we increase the price on this stuff? How are the gamers or the customers going to react to this? It can't be easy.
I really just resent anybody in the C-suite taking advantage of people's hobby in order to enrich themselves.
100%. Yeah.
I think that is unforgivable.
Yeah. I think
That you're taking advantage of people's nostalgia for a product in order to suck them dry.
Yeah.
I hate that.
I think there is a fine line though between being greedy and sustaining your business. I think there's a fine line between those two.
Well, sure, yeah. You could just look at like a financial statement and figure out exactly where that line is.
Yeah, they won't show us that, but yes.
No.
It's like,
But do you really think it would make a difference, though? I mean, this is a serious question. If Xbox, Sony, and Nintendo, just for some stupid reason, decided to have an honesty day and open up their books and show everybody how much money they're making on all these games, do you actually think it would affect the gaming industry at all? Do you think it would affect people wanting to play games or buying consoles or whatever?
No.
Do you think it would affect anybody's participation in the gaming industry from a consumer's perspective?
No.
Nope.
I think what it would do is
not for very long.
Yeah, it just provide transparency on, like, let's say what Xbox is going through right now. It's like, oh, that's why they're making the moves that they're making. Or PlayStation and Nintendo being so guarded with their IPs and things like that. It's like, oh, that makes sense. Or it's making them tons of money. That's why they're suing Pocket Pair right now, so they can capitalize on all that stuff. It would just provide some transparency, I think. But as far as getting more people interested into it, no, I don't think it would do that.
No, I think people would be upset and wring their hands a little bit on like social media, but after a while, they're going to be like, "Oh, this next Pokemon game's coming out. I'm going to buy it."
Oh yeah, 100%. I think, shoot, if Game Freak, those guys, provided how much money they're making off Pokemon, I guess that's a good question. Do you think it would turn people away? Like, not get more people interested in the game, but to see, like, there are some jaded people out there. It's like, oh, they made this much off of it, and this is what we got. I'm never playing a Pokemon game ever again.
Yeah, that's much more likely.
Yeah, right on.
Which is probably why they don't do it.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think people might be upset for a little bit, and then they'll just go right back to spending money.
Yeah.
People, we speak in general terms.
Yeah.
To use the name of the show, the casual consumer does not care.
Right.
The always online like myself, they care a lot.
Yeah.
The people with access to grind, or people who worked at Bloomberg, they care a lot.
But the average consumer, I
Yeah.
don't know. The average consumer probably wouldn't even be aware of it.
Yeah.
And that's not a slight. It's just they've got other stuff they worry about.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So,
The casuals drive the market. They buy the most games. They watch the most movies.
oh yeah.
They're not on Twitter all day. They're not on YouTube, but they consume the products. They spend the money.
And it's not in the, it's like the, both extremes. It's always going to be that middle part that's, pushing everything forward. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. The casual consumer.
I assume that's why you named the show that. I don't know.
Kind of, yeah. The show, we named it because we kind of dip into all categories of entertainment, and we aren't like focused primarily on one. So we are casuals on, like, all the
Filthy
things.
casuals.
Filthy casual.
I can't say the word casuals without putting the word filthy in front of it. It's automatic.
I am certainly not a casual anything.
Right on. Yeah, you go 100% in on whatever it is that you're interested in. Yeah, for sure. And like, I think it came from me losing touch with a lot of the stuff. Like I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? And now they have all kinds of stuff going on. Like the comic books, they're into every other iteration. There's another turtle in there now, and I'm like, I don't.
What?
Yeah, she has a yellow bandana, and she carries the Wolverine claws. It's like it just kind of, I lost touch with it, I feel like, and it's like, well, shoot, man, I thought I was really into Ninja Turtles. Now I'm like a casual spectator of it all now happening.
Yeah.
You know.
There was a point in time where I was, this is a long time ago, but I was really into Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
And seeing, I don't
Oh, yeah,
understand
how
what's
it's
happening now.
become the Funko Pops of card games now. Yeah,
Yeah,
isn't
you said that. I
wonderful to
thought, oh
see?
my God, that is perfect. A little bit more functional than Funko Pops because you can actually play a game with them.
Yeah.
But I
You would
mean,
never use those cards in a game.
I don't think I'd feel comfortable using them. I'd feel cheap. I'd feel like, I don't know. It's just, I remember Magic the Gathering
You would
being
have-
its own
you would have
thing,
to-
being its own world.
I never talk about this, but I do know a lot about Magic. You would have to build an entire deck of gimmick cards. You wouldn't put them in a normal blue or whatever.
No.
Mm.
Yeah, I understand. I know what you mean. I love my blue decks.
Hey,
Those are
another
my
thing we can
favorite.
bond over. We've never talked about Magic the Gathering before.
Honestly, the reason I don't talk about it is because it was I got
'Cause
really
it makes you
into
sound
it.
like an even bigger nerd.
Well, I don't think it's possible, but I got into it as a vehicle to hang out with a group of friends because
Very cool.
I was hanging out with them and they all started playing. They were already playing Magic the Gathering, so I'm like, well, I want to participate because this looks fun,
Yeah.
and it was
Mhm.
playing with those people. I never played in tournaments. I never did anything outside of this one. Playing with this one group of friends, so I started buying cards, and around the time that I was buying them from a specific set at a time, so all of my cards are from that era, this one era. And after, I mean, everybody sort of drifted apart. Unfortunately, one guy moved across the country, and he was the one that was hosting. So once that was finished, I'm like, well, I guess I'm done with Magic. There was never enough of a draw from the game itself for me to want to continue past that.
Yeah.
Sure.
It was all just a vehicle to hang out with some friends and just stay up till like early hours in the morning, just talking shit. Sorry, pardon my language.
Yeah.
And
you're fine, Nuts. You guys are fine.
you always say that, and I always feel bad. Whatever.
Fuck him. I don't feel bad.
But that was it. I mean, now I'm looking at it thinking, wow, this is really gone mainstream now. You've got
Yeah.
Spider-Man and cards. What the
Yeah.
hell happened?
Who knows?
Lord of the Rings. What? I don't get it.
What happens to the game I love?
And it's like you were saying, Loki.
Yeah.
It's because they became profitable. It's because yeah. It's-
Same for video games.
Yep.
Too many. They made
Mm-hmm.
the great sin. The takeaway from this show is video games made too much money. Now, if they don't make any money, they'll die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Greed kind of kills art in a way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Hell, I mean, shoot, man. Everything we've been talking about is kind of leading up to that. That's kind of following that.
Corporatism kills creativity. Yes.
Yes.
The more money you put into something, the harder it is to get an original, unique idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Because it's all about what's going to make the most money, not what's going to be the best received.
Yep, exactly. It's like instead of catering to that niche audience that they used to have, now they're thinking it's like what appeals to more people nowadays.
I think we can wait it out. I don't think games are going anywhere.
No.
After this bust, this
Bubble
The next
pop.
crash,
bubble
whatever
burst,
you want to
yes.
call it.
Yeah.
Was that, Loki?
The next bubble burst.
Yeah. I think we can wait it out. Everybody's got their backlogs. We've all got them. There's always alternatives. There's always alternatives
Yes.
to the big three.
Oh yeah. And like you were saying, Nas, you think it'll come back around? 100%. Yes. Because once the bubble pops, unfortunately, what happens with that, people are going to have to get rid of studios that they don't think they can make money on, cater to an audience that they know is there, and so these studios are going to shrink. But I think what'll happen is they'll just the line will be flat, you know what I mean? Instead of going up or down, it'll level out. And I think that's where, oh my God, I feel bad for saying it like this, but I think that's where the good stuff is going to happen.
I feel like a Final Fantasy villain here, but it needs to die to save it.
Kill it if you have to.
No, but I do want to remember the past. I want to get back to the past. I don't want to kill the past. I want to kill the present to get back to the past.
Yeah. Oh,
You're right. That does sound like a Final Fantasy villain.
a good example of this. I just read an article about what was that? Dead Cells. Instead of making a Dead Cells 2,
Oh yes.
they're going to make a new game, and I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think this is going to alienate their player base? Do you think they're, because I would assume, since it was so good and it kind of like set the standard for a Metroidvania, you know what I mean? I wonder.
For indie games, I think there's a different audience.
Yeah.
In that loyalty to that company is much stronger than loyalty to, say, Microsoft or Sony.
Gotcha.
I've seen this before with the people who made 33 Immortals. I can't remember the name of the company.
Yeah.
But they said, we're not making a sequel to our very popular game. We're going to make something different.
Yeah.
And their audience followed them.
Gotcha.
So I think that's possible.
Right on. Okay.
Yeah, as long as you're upfront about it. This is what we're going to be doing.
Yep.
Yes.
Right on.
And Knoss, you still have not played Dead Cells, even though I've been saying you should for like 2 years.
I am looking at the icon right now on my desktop. I have it installed.
Shoot.
I've played it for, hang on, I can tell you exactly how much time I've put into this because it's not long. I have played it for 9 minutes.
That's hilarious. As a matter of fact, I'm looking up.
Hey, I got an achievement. I got one achievement in that game out of 121.
Oh,
really?
I'm gonna get that right now, dude. After we get off, Dead Cells is only $12.49 on
I recommend it
on Steam.
And I don't play that many indie games.
Right on.
And you're not a fan of Metroidvanias beyond this.
It's closer to a Soulsian.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Right on.
I will play this at some point. It's going to happen. I guarantee it.
End the show so you can go do it right now. Say goodbye, everybody.
But Fox,
beep,
just to highlight
folks.
again, you said the price for Dead Cells on Steam is how much?
$12.49. Well, $12.50.
The all-time low for that game is $8.50.
We missed
how
it.
I know that?
We missed it, Nas. Oh, did you
You
get
know
it
how I
at
know
$8?
that, though?
Yeah.
I learned that from IsThereAnyDeal.com, the best website for PC games.
Right on. He's not affiliated with that website at all.
Not
I'm
sponsored.
not. It's just a great value.
I know.
If they want to pay me to hawk their website every single time, get in contact with me. Reach out to me.
Yes.
I'll
make
sell
something
anything.
happen.
I don't give a shit. I will sell anything. I don't even care if I like it or not.
Well, I mean, that's where I draw the line. I have to want to use the product. I don't want to sell something I don't believe in.
Yeah. Integrity is nice and all, but with more money, I can buy the next Xbox.
Because it's gonna be $1,200 or more. That's for sure.
I love that. Integrity is nice and all, but
yeah.
And then everything after that just stinks.
It doesn't pay the bills.
Oh man.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
I don't know. My integrity is a little bit too important to me. And I'm not gonna buy an Xbox console ever.
Not with the price
I'll
increases.
buy a
that are
Steam
going
Deck maybe.
That is worth the buy. The Steam Deck is definitely worth it. Yeah, I can attest to that. I've played more games now than I have in a long time with, the PlayStation 5. It's unfortunate.
One of us.
Yes. So, Nas, we didn't get your final thoughts quite yet.
Oh, I don't have any. I think I expressed pretty much everything I wanted to say. But okay, I'll say this. As gamers, yes, similar to what I was saying earlier. What's that?
Bunny said hashtag not sponsored.
Not sponsored. No.
That's great.
Hi, Bunny. By the way. And Nerds and Other Legends. I haven't been looking at chat. Hi, guys. Hello. But as gamers, yeah, we got to have each other's backs. We're not always coming from the same place, but we all want to play good games, and we all want to enjoy them, and we want to enjoy them with each other, and that's fine. It's great.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a different point of view, and everybody comes to gaming from someplace else. And if you're not sure who you're talking to and what their experience is with them, there's one simple thing that you can do to find out, and that's just ask them and talk to them like they're a person.
Yeah.
It's not hard. We can treat people with respect and with dignity, and we don't always have to agree. But as long as you make the effort to understand where somebody's coming from, who knows? You might learn something.
Yeah.
Some people have a different perspective on things that you may not even be aware of, and I think that's worth exploring.
100%. Yeah. Oh yeah, because we're kind of all going through in waves in the same situation. We love games. We want to play games. We want them to be affordable. So it's we're different experiences, but relatively the same thing we're going through. So
Yeah.
No matter what platform you're going to, they're kind of all following the same kind of trajectory right now. Holy crap. It's kind of like looking in a mirror, just a different logo, you know?
Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah.
So funny. Welcome. But anyway, yeah. Well, thank you, Loki. Definitely check out the internet's worst gaming podcast. It is definitely worth it. He's also on X. Check out his X. We have that in the description for sure. Nas, check out his Twitch. He's
I'm in the middle of reformatting what the hell I'm doing.
gotcha.
So
Yes. But
I don't know what it is, what shape it's going to take,
Yeah.
but it'll be something.
right
We'll
on.
go there and watch his old videos.
Yes. So, and that was the question I was going to ask, right? Because I know Twitch deletes mine after a while. Is that happening to yours too?
Yeah, after I think like a week or so.
Yeah.
But I mean, because I'm streaming to, for the last, I don't know how many months, I'm streaming to both Twitch and YouTube. So YouTube will keep them.
Gotcha. Yeah. So if you can't find him on Twitch, or, can't find him in these videos on Twitch, go to YouTube. He has a great YouTube. He gets into like the not longer format, but videos. He makes videos about games he likes, about the industry, things like that. Definitely worth to check out. And follow him on X.
I do a lot of different things, and that's part of the problem. Is I really want to focus on just sort of streamlining a few different things. So that's what I'm going to be figuring out over the next little while.
Yeah, right on. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And obviously you can follow us on X. We do have a Twitch, not used very often at all. And our long form lives and our short videos, you can find those on the channel.
Plug your Substack.
Oh yeah, and the Substack is very new. It's I haven't been able to make videos, so I haven't been able to dump all my thoughts anywhere. So I'm just walking around, my head moving a million miles per second. It's like, oh, I got to get this stuff out somewhere. So that's where I've been putting all that stuff on Substack.
That's why I tweet 40 times a day, bud.
Right on. So with my job, I don't have access to my phone like a lot of the time, so I might be able to get on and check it like once or twice per day. So I'm just running around with my head in knots, like trying to figure out like what to do for the channel. Got all this stuff to talk about, which we covered a lot of it here. I was able to kind of dump it all here. But yeah, the Substack, I will definitely be putting that on the channel later. But yeah, thank you, Loki. Heck, sheesh, man.
Yeah.
Marketing's important. As I have a marketing background, I know a lot about this stuff. You got to put yourself out there.
Right on. Yeah, man. Thank you. But shoot, any final words at all before we sign off?
It's your money. Use it when you need it.
Yeah. Don't let people shame you. Enjoy what you want to enjoy.
Yeah. What's that commercial? Golly.
It's my money and I need it now.
877 something.
I have a structured settlement and I need money now. Call JG Wentworth.
Yes.
877.
Commercials are burned into my brain.
Yes.
Cash now. Yeah. 877 cash now.
Yeah. 877 cash now.
And they turned it into a song. I remember.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Oh,
That's probably why it stuck so deep in there. It's like, what did Morpheus say? Like a splinter in your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all right, you guys, freaking everyone out there, have a great rest of your Saturday. I gotta go make brunch.
Right on.
I think it's gonna be French toast today. French toast with some sausage and eggs.
Oh, it sounds delicious.
Oh yeah. I don't like to toot my own horn, but breakfast is I got that game locked down. I got it.
All right.
Child agrees.
Yes. But all right.
They're hungry. They want food.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah. But all right, guys, you take it easy. Everyone out there, thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate it. And you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. And shoot, we'll try to get this on hopefully next week. I'm sure Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo will do something. We'll have plenty to talk about.
Oh yeah. You want to do this a weekly thing again?
Well, for the next 3 weeks, I'll have Saturdays. So yeah.
Okay. My calendar.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. But have a great weekend. Everyone out there, thank you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.